What's going on, everybody? Brandon from Awaken Instincts, back again with another deck profile for you guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know as we get closer to the end of this current format, waiting for the next set to come out, we're seeing a lot of the same decks over and over. You know, it's hard to really do unique deck profiles at this point in time, just because you've probably already seen it all. So I thought I'd come at you with something a little different. I wanted to challenge myself. I saw some of these new cards and thought, you know, I could put something together with this and make something cool. So today I have crafted you a blue hand destruction deck. It is mono blue. There is some green cards in the deck, but we are just charging blue. And we're playing Android 18, old set 8 leader. I just did a deck profile on this leader about a month ago, so I'm not going to go over the leader in depth, but make a lot of clone tokens for our opponent, and we use them to our benefit. We're not running mill in this deck, we're going just full hand destruction, and we're taking serious advantage of this activate main on the front side to reduce combo cost of blue and green cards in our hand by 1. So let's get into the deck profile. Obviously, we start with the field card in play that gives our opponents clone tokens. And get into the deck. So we are running the Unison and the Android 16 to go with it. So this Android 16, it's nice to see, but you don't need it as bad as you do in the mill deck. We do take advantage of the clone tokens more than just popping one a turn for our leader. We do play some cards in the deck that use the clone tokens, so it's nice to get them, but it's not the most important thing in the world. If you don't see it, you'll be just fine, but still like the card, it's great. The Unison is also great. I talk about these cards in depth in my other Android 18 video, if you want to hear more about what they do individually. So our leader allows us to reduce combo costs, and remember I said we're playing hand destruction. So first card is Android 18 Bionic Blitz. This is our super combo in the deck. Anytime we combo with this card, our opponent has to bottom deck a card. Doesn't matter what our life total is, and it's always a 0 plus 10. Next card is Android 16 Steadfast Comeback. So this card is a new card from Evolution Booster. That's a 1 combo cost card that says when you combo with this card, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. So with our leader effect, we turn this essentially into a 0 plus 5, and our opponent has to discard a card. So between these 8 cards right here, we can combo and make our opponent either bottom deck cards or discard cards. So it's great at putting pressure on, great at closing out games. And we also do play some Arrival on the deck. Our first Arrival is going to be Android 18, Full of Rage. Just run a single copy of this card in the deck. It's not essential, but it is a nice card. It's a 1 energy Arrival for blue. She's a 20k, and when we play her, we can't play her again for the turn, but she's got an Activate Battle that we can bounce her back to our hand and bounce something on our opponent's side 4 or less back to their hand. So it's really nice with this card because essentially once you play her and you attack with her, if your opponent ever tries to attack into it, you can just bounce it right back to your hand. So it's really nice. This card's great. And our more important Arrival card in the deck is Supreme Technique Son Goku. So this is a card from set 8. He is a 1 cost Arrival. He's a 20k blocker. And when we play him, we can choose 2 clone tokens, remove them from the game, and make our opponent discard a card. So this card is, you know, essentially just discarding more cards. We combo with the Android 16 or an Android 18, make them discard a card, discard another card. And then we run this old combo. This is a classic. Some of you may remember this. We run Piccolo Special Beam Cannon Unleashed. So if we have a 20k Son Goku, we can play this card from our hand for free. And when we play him, we can do his activate main, and we can either KO something on our opponent's side, any energy cost, which is really nice, you know, having spot removal in the deck. Or we can KO something 2 or less ignoring barrier, and if it is 2 or less, then we make our opponent discard 2 more cards. So this is really good. You know, a lot of people run little 1 costs. People think, oh, I'll just play a bunch of Black Mass Saiyans so that they have to discard every time, you know, the clone tokens come out. But our leader inherently can get rid of 1 a turn, and this can get rid of, if they want to just keep playing it, we can get rid of it for good instead of just bouncing it back to their hand. So this combo is cool. It put in work when I played it over the weekend, and love it. Next, we'll get into the cell package. So we're running 4 Infernal Villainy Cell and 3 Maleficent Technique Cell. These guys are not related, I just like them both because they're cell. This card right here, it says when we combo with it, we get to draw a card. It's a 1+10, but we get to reduce it with our leader, so it's a 0+10. It's essentially a super combo for our deck. So we're running 4 discard super combos and 4 draw super combos. It's essentially really nice. You know, it can get cloggy on defense, you know, having a whole bunch of 1+10s, but we are in blue, and we are very cheap deck energy-wise on offensively, so it's easy to just keep all our energy up for defense and be able to combo out and replenish the combo cards as we go. So, and then Maleficent Technique Cell here. This card is essentially a free 15k crit body we can play by sacrificing 3 clone tokens from our opponent's side. This card does not have unique, or you can't play it more than once per turn or anything like that. If you got enough clone tokens, you can play as many as you'd like. I would love to play this at 4, but I just never found myself having either enough clone tokens, so 3 is working great for now. And then we'll get into some of our more defensive plays in the deck. We're running 2 Android 18, Let the Battle Begin. There's a new counterplay from Battle Evolutions. I go over this in my other deck profile for Android 18. The card's fantastic. We can only play it cheap on our opponent's turn if we have a unison. So there's a lot of stipulations, so I only run it at 2. This card would be a lot better if you could play it on your own turn, because, you know, people trying to floodgate you or whatever, you know, a lot of decks just don't play cards on their turn, like for playing against like Baby. You know, this card's pretty much dead in your hand the whole game. So still not a bad card though, and she's a 15k blocker. We run 3 of Super Saiyan 2 Trunks Rogue Prospect, just a really solid negate in the format right now, and essentially because we can play it on turn 1. Our unison, we're playing mono blue. We can play our unison for free. So if we're going second, we can just leave our energy open to negate with Heroic Prospect. It's quite nice. Same with God Sealing. Live on turn 1. If you go second, it's pretty great. That's the defensive pieces of the deck. Get into some of the extra cards. So we're running 4 Bean and 3 D Magic. I would love to bump this up to 4 again. Deck space is pretty tight though, so we're only running 3, but we have plenty of ways to combo out of attacks and, you know, just double being our leader and tell our opponent I dare you. So, and then next up, this is kind of one of our finishers of the deck, Supreme Technique Krillin. This card's basically a free plus 5k double strike to any attacking Android 18 card. So this goes in really nice with our leader. You know, when we're trying to close out the game, we can be tapped out and make our opponent think that, you know, they're safe. Swing with our leader, give it double strike for free, combo all of our other cards for free. You know, we can combo sell the draw cards, make our opponent discard cards with Android 16, make our opponent bottom deck more cards with Android 18, and, you know, essentially while going in for double strike for game. It's really nice for closing out games. We can also put the Krillin double strike onto Android 18 full of rage and Android 18, Let the Battle Begin. You know, sometimes it's a little riskier going for game with battle cards, but, you know, it can be done, and it is something I have done. So, just 2 copies for now. I might bump it up. We'll have to test it out. There is a tournament pack card coming out in the next set that supports this card specifically, and when you combo with it, you search your deck for this card, and you get to combo with it right away. So it adds more consistency to this whole deck, so just something to look out for. I imagine that tournament pack card will be fairly cheap, but I guess we'll find out. And then the last couple cards in the deck are just some Singletons. We're running 1 copy of this Gohan and Piccolo. This card, for 1 energy, we can discard it on our turn and activate main to bottom deck 2 of our opponent's battle cards, 3 or less. So, you know, our opponents might get cheeky and try and play like 3 Black Messian to try and say, haha, you know, you're going to discard all these cards, but, you know, sometimes we got to deal with it. And there are other cards that are 3 or less that we want to get rid of too. So for 1 energy, you can get rid of 6 energy worth of cards on field. It was pretty good. Another Singleton in the deck. We're running 1 copy of Janemba. This is a 4 energy deflect critical, but when we play it, we trigger this, and at the end of the turn, we untap 3 and draw a card. So even if this gets, you know, killed on play with like a Frieza, green Frieza counterplay or something, we're still untapping 3 at the end of the turn and drawing a card. Like I said, this deck's very cheap energy-wise, especially on our turn. So we really don't mind not having energy on our turn anyway. So this is just another card to put pressure on. You know, we have all this free combo power, but we need good crit swings to put it on, and I like this card a lot for the deck. And then the last card is our secret rare. I'm currently running Heroine's Lineage. I would definitely play Baby Hatch if I own the card. Should be picking up one of these days, but for now we're just running this card. Still solid. We don't want to run Kai because Kai will get rid of all of our opponent's clone tokens, and then we can't use them. So I think Lineage is the choice for now. Otherwise, Baby Hatch definitely would be the choice if you got it. So that's the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Just wanted to give you guys something different. This deck was really fun and just really takes people by surprise. You know, and they sit down, they just automatically assume it's the mill version. But hope you guys try it out, check it out. Hopefully you like it, and this will probably be the last deck profile until the new set comes out. So we'll get right into that in about a week or 2 here. I'm very excited for that. So, all right, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.